everybody, what's going on? Coach Brandon Krause here. Today we're going to be going over defending body shots. All right, very important. Body shots, hands down, the most devastating of punches to be hit by. All right, people that don't have experience taking a good body shot, in particular that left hook to the body, I try my best to verbalize it. I try to make it sound poetic. I try to do it justice, but I just can't. All right, if you've never experienced it, eventually you will in the boxing ring. And let's learn how to prolong that and make that not as often. First and foremost, when it comes to defending body blows, you want to get comfortable having your elbows in. To a beginner, this is one of the more awkward things to get down. You don't have the flexibility, you don't have the endurance in your muscles. It feels unnatural, but it is so important that there's literally no gap in between your ribs and your elbows. In fact, learning how to rest your elbows on your ribs helps you keep your hands up a lot longer than if you were just using your shoulder muscles, in which they'll become fatigued very, very quickly. But when you learn how to kind of angle them against your ribs, not only are we in that good position to end up defending against the shots, but I don't have to use those shoulder muscles in order to keep my hands up. All right, so elbows are in first and foremost. Let's relate this to kind of how I would defend against headshots and see the similarities. Maggie, my top-notch fighter, could be throwing a jab at my face, and I can block it. All right, she can throw that same jab at my body, and I can block it. But now instead of using my gloves, I'm using my elbows and pulling them in a similar fashion. Maggie can throw the jab at my face, and I can parry it. Okay, that's using my palm with the lever point here. Now if I change that lever point to up here and use my elbow, I can parry with my elbow. Throw a jab to my body, and I parry it away with my elbow. All right, Maggie, you can throw a jab to my head, and I can slip it. I can't really slip my body, but what I can do is you can throw that shot, and I can just move. I can give position away. I can move in some lateral movement somewhere other than where I was standing, all right? When they're going for your body, the rule is they're not supposed to be able to attack you below your belly button, but different referees, won't always call a low blow, and allow them to hit you a little bit low, or allow you to land shots that are a little bit below that belt line in your favor. So you want to remember that. Some drills to practice this is one of the major ones we have in the gym is called the head shot body shot drill. We choose one shot that leads to the head, and it's followed by a body blow. Let's demonstrate that right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a jab to the head followed by a body blow. You start. A good way of going back and forth to experiment some of the dynamic parts of throwing these shots in an open environment where you're not necessarily sure what shot's going to come next. But you are sure it's going to be a body shot, so you're able to limit your focus a bit and help you focus more on keeping your elbows in. You could just straight throw body shots and go body shots, so let's do that. I'm going to go body shot, you go body shot. You want to make sure when you're performing this kind of drill, though, that you don't abandon the defense to your head and just have your arms down here like, yeah, sure, you're never going to get hit to the body, but you're not practicing good fundamentals. So like if I had a screw and I screwed her fingertips into the top of her forehead, so always that's going to be the lever point for the movements that come here. Never will she drag her hand down in order to defend against those shots. You don't want to get fainted out of position. Really, that's the thing. You know, can you imagine how Canelo knocked out Amir Khan not too long ago, but he fainted low and he came high with that shot, and he had about as good of a outcome as you want with that. So you want to make sure that don't happen to you. All right, so we're going to body shots, trading them one at a time, maybe two bunch combos at a time. So now we'll do two bunch combo to bang, bang, boom, 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 boom. And you could even design this drill to be more specific, like I want a two-punch combination, but I want it to be a head shot followed by a body shot. So that's what we're going to practice right now, head body, right? I'll start. So now, unlike the drill that we started with, it can be any head shot followed by any body shot, whereas before we delegated what was going to be those respective shots, all right? Some takeaways. Thank you, Max. Thank you very much. Some takeaways of defending against the body blows. Keeping your elbows in, first and foremost. You see somebody boxing and their elbows flutter like that, they probably haven't been training for very long, honestly. Elbows in. You can block shots. You can parry shots. You can move away from shots. And this should be said, there are definitely techniques where you come out and you scoop away shots. That's a little bit more advanced, and I wouldn't want you going over that initially. We will eventually touch on those areas. And there's even a little bit mean getting your elbows into their forearms to prevent them from throwing the shots, but we'll save that for a different video. Anyways, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.